because you only talk to good friends about things, isn't it? Especially things that are really... I've had people tell me stuff that they've never even told their family. Do you know what I mean? And you think, oh, God, I didn't know that. And they'll say, yeah, I've never said that to anybody. You know, I kept that to myself. I didn't want anyone to know, whatever it was. And you think, my God. And obviously, it's not that they weren't close to their family. They are. It's just that they never felt that this particular thing, whatever it was, they could tell, certain people, family or not.
Well, they felt confident that telling you, first of all, you weren't going to tell the world.
Absolutely, of course.
And second, it gave them a relief, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But that's why we encourage people to talk to counselors or talk to someone, because it really does help.
Yeah,
absolutely. Express it, to tell somebody about it. It may not change what happened, but it really does help you to manage it. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, you talking is one of the things, and like I said, all right, if you can't talk, because some people find it really, really, because they're like, oh my God, where do I start, kind of thing. And you just think, oh my God, it is, where do I start? Because sometimes it's just so hard. Once you start, the floodgates are open, innit? You just think, oh God, but sometimes you have to sort of say, if I can't say it, how can I get out what I'm trying to get out without feeling like, I'm burdening somebody. I mean, as we've mentioned in it, Karen, Link 26, I'm looking at that and I was like, everyone should learn the mindset of productive people. That's what this is called. And you look at that and you think, okay, it's nice if you can learn it and find out, but not everybody wants to implement everything on that particular list, for example, or not everybody can, because if it ain't relevant to you, then it ain't helpful, is it?
Not at all.
Exactly. So it's all well and good saying to somebody, well, read this self-help book. Do that. Okay, that's very nice, like I said earlier. But see, it's not always about telling somebody the solution to something. Sometimes you have to find out what their problem is, because that solution that you're giving may not be any help whatsoever, and then it's kind of defeats the purpose, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but
you're supposed to be trying to help them, but then you just
everyone shouldn't do this either. I don't think everybody has the ability to be in, agony aunt and take information in and give good responses back. Some people are just gossips, and they like to just, tell me about it. And they like to just relish in your agony and your pain, as you mentioned earlier. And they're not going to give you anything constructive back. So some people don't need to be part of the equation. Don't tell everybody your problems.
No, oh God, listen, that's when you're going to have them type of, housewife situation where you thought you were telling somebody something in confidence, and then you find out the world and his wife and their cousin knows about it, and you just think, oh, why did I tell you? Because you know where that came from, because you only told maybe one or two specific people, okay, and if it weren't the one, then it was the other, and if you can't decide, then it may have been both of them, because if they're both blabbermouths, then you've had it, innit? As I like to say, they want to tell the world a bill and receipt. No,
just to me, I'm a very confidential person about a lot of things. When I'm talking to people about something, they may tell me, if they tell me and don't even tell me, hey, well, don't mention this to anybody. They don't even have to say that.
Right.
If they tell me something and then 5 minutes later somebody calls me and they say, I was just talking to so-and-so and they told me so-and-so, they may tell me the exact same thing.
Yeah, I won't say nothing.
I won't say a word. Will not acknowledge that I already know. Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's it. No. Because think about it. How would you like somebody to just go and spray your business all over the world? Some people, like I said to you, I've said this before in it, K-Rose, some people's mouth is not their own. It really doesn't belong to them. And you know what? If you want something publicized, then that is the person to go to. But if you don't want the world to know your business, as I say, the bill and receipt, do not, I repeat, do not tell whoever that may be, who you know for a fact mouth doesn't belong to them, because oh gosh, there's nothing sacred in this world. I mean sometimes, man, some people, they just can't keep their mouth to themselves,
How do you, let me ask you this question, because it's really, I think, I always mention there is like a 3 to 5% group of people on this earth that can handle conversations, can keep things secret and confidential better than secret, and even, both, basically.
Right.
And there are 3 to 5% that do give good advice, and that it is good to talk to them. Mm-hmm. How do you know you're talking to one of those people, as opposed to talking to the, and maybe I'm really being basic with this, but the blabbermouth or the gossip? How do you know how to find that person that's going to keep what you say to them confidential?
You will know because, obviously you're hoping that this person is in your circle of friends already. Let's just put it like that. If they're not, then you would like them to be. But the reason why I say you'll know is because if you have watched a gossip, for example, come up to this specific person, because remember you're choosing who you're telling things, isn't it? So if you've watched a gossip, go up to somebody and just talk, and then you've heard someone else come up to them and just talk, but the person who is hearing all this stuff is not then going around and telling all these different people. Like, say, for example, they don't come up to you and say, oh, someone just told me this, and then such and such just told me that. If they're not doing the same thing that others have been doing, then you'll start to know, because that person knows how not to tell things, just blurting them out. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, anything that anybody tells me is confidential. And if I'm trying to make a point about something to someone else, I may say some of the scenario, but I won't obviously tell them who I'm talking about, and they'll never guess, because I'm not going to give any type of clues for them to know, she's talking about so and so. Or you can guess all you want, but I ain't confirming or denying nothing. Right? Let me just tell you that. I'm just going to say, because they don't need to know that. All I'm doing is making the point about what I want to say, and obviously I'm using something as a reference. But if you're not hearing somebody talking and being very specific and giving the exact details, then you can start to build up a picture and think, no, I can trust her with that, or I can trust him with that, because I know that his mouth is not bigger than his head. And he's not going to be blabbing it all over the world and then some. No, I think it's safe to say that. Look, I'm just going to say there ain't that many of them type of people out there. Okay,
you're right.
So it's okay, just so we can say. But yes, people, we have to take a short break right now. We will be right back on the other side after this. Hi, this is Avani, UK Soul Queen Diva, and you're tuned into the Ask Avani Show on the Get Global Network. Good afternoon and welcome back. You are tuned in here on the Ask Avani Show on SoMetro Radio this afternoon. Yes. Hope you guys are enjoying today's show. We are simulcasting live on the Get Global Network this afternoon. Today's show topic, just to remind you, has been depression in women. Women are always seen as strong, but are they too good at hiding it when they may be feeling depressed? And are women so busy being Superwoman and caring for others that their mental health is being overlooked? That is what we have been talking about today. Welcome back to K Rose.
Good afternoon and good morning, Avani.
Oh, yes. I know that I can be a little kooky sometimes. Just a touch. But K-Rose, man, sometimes you just got to be real and just say things and just be like, okay, I know that this obviously doesn't apply to everybody, but I'm sure that there have been some people in your life, relatives, friends, who have at some point or other gone through varying degrees of depression and or stress at the same time. And you just think, oh my goodness, I can relate to that so much, because obviously everyone has different lives and there's all sorts going on, and kids and work and careers and aspirations and all sorts collide on you sometimes. And like I said earlier, if you cannot deal with the basics, then the things that we want to do and like to do kind of get lost. And they say, another reason I've noticed actually, which is why I wanted to do today's show as well, is when you get stressed out, the things that you like to do, like, for example, your hobbies and things that make you happy and things that make you calm, those are part of the things that can help to be stress relievers, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if someone likes to paint or go for a walk or go swimming or cycle or whatever it is you like to do, listening to music, those are the things that make you happy and make you feel good. And if your mind is so cluttered with depression and stress and worrying about money, and it's a constant, merry-go-round. As I said, the rabbit hole would just be opening for you, and you just feel like you're going to get swallowed up. That's not a way to live. You don't want to live like that, because you're not going to be unhappy. And then the things that you love to do, you lose interest in because you're so stressed out. And then it's like a catch-22. The things you want to do and that make you happy, you have no interest in, which means that you won't be able to get back to being happy. Do you know what I mean? And then if someone turns around and tells you, oh, well, you have to be pumped full of all these chemicals to get back to where you were, that's, you may not want to hear that. Obviously, if it's a mental health issue, that might be different. Of course, I must stress that. But if it's a depression thing, you might just think, listen, I just need certain people to leave me alone. Because I know that's how it has been for me at times. I've just thought, do you know what? So-and-so needs to leave me alone, because I don't really want to deal with them. And it's them, whoever it is, that's making me feel like, because as I said, misery loves company. And if certain people are just pulling you down, sometimes you have to just get away from them, whether it's for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, or whether it's a permanent thing, because they ain't going to change. But
that's understanding that there's a problem and dealing with it in a mature way. That's what that is. It's not, to me, being as depressed as it is organizing your life. So I can see, I do that all the time.
They can't organise themselves, Carol. Sometimes you need someone to stand right in front of you with a big fat stop sign saying stop. Do not pass go. There ain't nothing up there for you, okay? And there's no money up that way neither. So just don't mess with it. Turn back. Just go another way. Because sometimes certain people want to lead, and let me just say this, certain people want to lead you down a path, right, because they're just spiteful and bad-minded, and they want, some people, they want to do mischief, and they want to drag you down that road with them. So I know
it's not even a want to. They do drag you down.
So they can try. Let me put it like that. They're going to try hard. Like I said, the devil's on their shoulder working overtime. Trying to get them to trying to get you to go down that road with him. Because I read something earlier and it made me laugh, because it was saying if you don't go down the path that you're supposed to, like if you're trying to run away from what your life is supposed to be, the devil apparently has got transportation for you.
Oh yeah.
Because he's gonna be trying to help you get away from what you need to be going towards, but you don't want to get on the devil's transportation, because that could lead you down, Lord knows where. Okay. So you have to just sort of be like, okay, let me just stop and breathe and try and think positive. For me, I have found that certain people I had to let them go. Just bye-bye. Don't want to mess with you no more. It's a sad thing to say goodbye, but sometimes it's just extremely necessary. I just have to say that. And also, what I found as well, sometimes you have to try and surround yourself, especially if you've got to go out and meet new people, because that's a good thing in life, meeting new people, because they can really, change your aspect on life as well. And if you can find people that embody the type of life and mindset, I should say, that you're trying to get to if you're not there already, kind of thing. Yeah, I think definitely sometimes those are people that you need to look out for, kind of thing, because that's what you want. You want the end game, hopefully, will be a happy person, a happy life, happy mindset, not so much stress. Obviously, we're trying to eliminate it altogether, but, hey, that's life. Sometimes it's unavoidable, shall we say, in it, K-Rose? It is unavoidable. But how far you get into it and stay in it is going to be what tells you, please, people. I just wanted to get that out there today, because it's funny how I've said this before, haven't I? Sometimes I have a show topic and I plan to do it, at a certain time, and then obviously things happen and we don't do it. It's not in a bad way, it's just we just don't do it, and it kind of gets sort of put on the shelf, and then I suddenly say, oh yeah, I've got that, let me do that, let's do that. And then I suddenly realise, my God, it's so apt the time that we're about to do it, because certain things may have happened in the week preceding, and you just think, oh my God, I can really relate to that.
Well, it happens all the time, because the stresses and the things that are going to be caused by the Brexit vote, this is apropos. I mean, it's going to cause people to really have some issues, and so doing this show today was right on time.
Oh, absolutely. So I want to say this. I mean, for all people, I'm at Link 28, Keros. This is so cute and so sweet. And this little 11-year-old at the time, she built a multi-million-dollar company, and I remember thinking, wow, this is so lovely. I loved this, and I thought maybe more children, but now not just children, everybody can take